Good afternoon, White Oak Lions. I am so excited. It is finally here. We get to welcome back our fourth and fifth graders back to campus, and our campus will be complete. We have TK through fifth grade. I am so excited. I can't wait to share all of the things that we've done in preparation for this with all of you. So please join me during this webinar. I'm going to go over our entire
Good afternoon, White Oak
process.
Lions. I am so excited.
Our drop-off, sorry about that. Our drop-off procedures, our pickup procedures, and answer any questions that you may have. So without further ado, let me share my screen with you all, and we will go over our White Oak protocol. All right, guys. So once again, we're just so very, very excited for your return. I can't wait to see all of the Lions and feel the campus come alive again. It has been a pleasure welcoming back TK through second, and then our third graders, and now our fourth and fifth graders. We've been preparing. I'm sure many of you have probably walked across our campus, been there for pickups, supply pickups. We have so many supports in place for you. We have directional arrows. We have spots 6 feet apart from in the courtyard and lined up outside of classrooms. We are ready for all of you. So today, like I said, we're going to be talking about preparing for our return, our drop off and pickup procedures, and then all of the student supports that we have in place. There's Mr. Ruelas and Mr. Wright, who have worked so hard at maintaining our campus cleanliness. They keep the classrooms clean, our campus beautified, and they make sure that it is safe to be on campus. So huge shout out to them. They've been working really hard along with our staff to make sure that our classrooms are ready for the students. So as you know, the AM PM schedules were released on Monday. We took into consideration the PM preferences as well as siblings, and then we did a random sorting process. So I appreciate all of your understanding. I know I've received a couple of questions about switching possibly, and everyone's been super understanding. So for that, I really appreciate, guys. Our Friday walkthrough, I'm so sorry it says Saturday there. We're going to be doing a Friday walkthrough. If you'd like to bring your child to campus to see where their classroom is, as well as just kind of see all the things that we have done. And that will be this Friday from 3 to 4:30. I know we're an open campus, so it's super, super easy to walk through the back. We're going to ask that you not do that and please walk through the front of the school. It'll be great practice for our walkers. You'll have your temperature taken, and it'll be a great opportunity to practice that health screener on Parent Square. So again, Friday, 3 to 4:30. Teachers will not be available to talk on Friday during the walkthrough. You know, they're busy setting up their classrooms and getting ready for Monday, but you can see where your classroom is located. And Miss Chris will be out front. She will be the one there greeting you guys and checking in on that Parent Square and checking that temperature. Now we get to go through our drop-off and pickup procedures, which look a little bit different than they have in the past. So in the morning when you come, you'll go to Parent Square, and on the app, you'll see it says Submit Daily Health Screening. Once you click that, you will answer all of the questions. I believe there's 3 to 4 questions on there that they will ask you. And once you answer those, a green check mark will show. When you come to school, we will check for that green check mark. If it's not done, we have to ask that you go and refill it out. As I've said before, we really do need to approach this reopening as a whole community. We are one community. We want to make sure that we keep each other safe. So take your child's temperature in the morning. I do realize that during these months, we are aware that sometimes the heat may be on. So try to turn the heat down before you come because that can raise temperatures in the car. We'll take it twice just to make sure in case it's the heater. Please, if your child's not feeling well, please keep them home. It's better to be safe than sorry. Believe me, I know how frustrating this can be. Back in, I think it was October, maybe September, my daughter was running a low-grade fever. I didn't know what was wrong. I stayed home, kept her home from my mom's, ended up being roseola, thank goodness. Never so happy to see a rash before on my daughter, but wanted to be safe than sorry, and recently had to do that with my son in preschool too, pulled him out because he was feeling a little bit stuffy, but everything was all good. He was able to return afterwards, so please keep them home. If your child is sick at school, we will be giving you a phone call, and we ask that you immediately come pick them up. If somebody is bringing your child to school for you, let's say it's a grandparent or the other parent and they don't have the Parent Square app on their phone, totally fine. You can take a screenshot and send it. We just need to see the date and the green check mark, or you can print out that you've checked in. Again, if you don't have this completed, we will ask you to loop around and park on the street to fill out the screening prior to bringing your child on campus. So this is a little bit different. So if you have siblings here and you've seen it, you've been using the NPR loop, if you're a first grader, that's going to actually change so that we can maximize efficiency of our drop-off procedures. So we're asking TK, Kinder, and First to use the kindergarten loop, and our second through fifth graders to please use the NPR loop for drop-offs. Older siblings may be dropped off with younger siblings. So if you have a fourth grader and a first grader, feel free to use the Kinder loop for both of them. They can check that their sibling gets to class. Walkers. I know we have all our walkers and I love seeing them every single morning. So please walk to the front of the school. You'll maintain 6 feet distance. And then I'll take the temperatures, or whoever's out there will take temperatures and check the check-in for you. We encourage you all to walk, even if you want to park and then walk up, that's totally fine. It's a very efficient process. Please keep in mind that we ask that all adults, anyone who's dropping off, mask must be worn at all times during drop off and pickup. That includes if you're in the car and includes if you're walking. Just keeps all of us safe and keeps all of you safe as well. There are those mornings, right? You forget, oh my gosh, you get frazzled. Don't worry if the child forgets their mask or you have the wrong size fit one. We have extras that we will hand to the child if needed. For masks, the mask must cover the nose and mouth and can only be removed for eating. And this will happen when the students have movement breaks. Please, no gaiters that go over and no masks that have the filters in. We'll be asking students that have those to replace them with the masks that we have. Students will stand at the dots 6 feet distance apart. The classrooms will be open, so once the teachers are in there, they can go into the classrooms. I know this is very, very weird, but especially for White Oak, because we have morning assembly every morning and everyone gathered. But at this time, in order to make sure that we align with LA County's Public Department of Health mandates, parents are not allowed on campus. Now, if you need to drop off a water bottle or you're picking your child up early, please come to the office. That is completely understandable. But as far as volunteering and or anything like that, we ask that you refrain from doing so. The office will be closed. Please keep this in mind for arrival and dismissal. I know that this can be frustrating because I know that some people have called to say something during the hours of 8 and 8:15 and then 10:40 to about 10:50, and then same thing from 12:10 to 12:25, as well as towards the end of the day, 2:50 to 3. Our office is closed during that time. We're using all hands on deck to make sure that we have everybody available to do check-ins and make sure kiddos are getting home safely. If you leave a message, I promise you our amazing office staff will call you back. Again, students will have their temperatures taken prior to exiting the car, and they will walk to class on their own. Don't worry, for our little kindergartners and TKers and our TK and kindergartners, will have somebody in the courtyard if you're a walker, and that person will be able to walk the student to their class. So we promise we have a very good system going on. Our bell schedule for cohort 8 is 8 to 10:40. The official start time when teachers will, when we count tardies, is going to be 8:15, and then 12:10 to 2:50 official start time, 12:25. Students are working once they are in the classrooms. And just some pictures so you guys can kind of see what it looks like. This is one example. Other teachers have it set up in circles. The 4th and 5th graders are ready. Their classrooms look amazing. Desks are spaced apart, and students will have their own supplies that they will use. Our outdoor spaces, as you can see in that top left picture, there's that line around, the blue line around that area, and that's actually our movement break area. So we do have our outdoor spaces, we have movement breaks set up, and kids will rotate each day through where their area of movement break is. And that way they kind of get, they get to be with their cohort, but they get a variety of things that they can play on the playground. And as you can see, all of our water fountains are closed. So it's really important. We do have the water bottle fillers. So it's really important that you use that. If your child forgets a water bottle, don't worry. We have plastic cups in the room that will be able to give, or paper cups that will be able to give the students if they need to fill out at the hydration stations. Students, once they come into the classroom, they'll sanitize their hand and go to their assigned seats. Desks, anytime they come into the classroom, leave the classroom, hand sanitizer, it becomes a habit. Desks are arranged 6 feet apart and we'll be maintaining the distance the entire time. That first week will be like we're restarting school over again. Teachers are going to teach the rules, they're going to teach protocols, they're going to build that classroom community. Students will have a 15-minute movement break, so please feel free to pack a snack for your student then. And as I said, they will have designated areas of the campus that they will be able to utilize for their movement break. No shared items during the school day. All supplies will go home with the student. Well, I should say this. Let me say the teachers will let you know what items need to come to and from school and what items can stay at school. They will be sanitized midday and they will be that students. So there will be no sharing. Again, please only send the essential supplies that the teacher asks along with a water bottle. And as I said, we have the hydration stations, but the actual drinking fountains are closed. This is huge. Students must be picked up on time. When we have the pickup times, we have that very small window. Teachers have a short time to plan with their colleagues. So we do ask that you do maintain being there on time to pick up your student. Students will line up in the courtyard. So 4th and 5th graders will line up with the 1st through 3rd graders out on the courtyard. And I will be sending a survey home on Friday. So if you could please fill that out, I would greatly appreciate it. That will just let us know where you're picking up your student. Are you picking them up in the kinder yard because you have a TK kinder or 1st grader? Are you picking them up in the MPR loop, or are they walking home? And then we have all that ready to go and we will be able to navigate where your student will be picked up. If you're driving, what will really help is if you have a sign with your student's last name on the car and then teacher's name as well, because we have walkie-talkies and we say, you know, Johnny Smith from Miss Boss's class to the MPR loop, and it makes the process go a whole lot smoother. So again, please look out for that survey in my Friday letter that will be sent out to you, and let us know, indicate how you will be picking your child up. In between cohorts, all hands on deck again. Our campus supervisors are incredible. Our custodial staff, absolutely amazing. They will be cleaned throughout the day. All high touch surfaces will be cleaned throughout the day. We have campus supervisors outside the restroom. There's only one child allowed in the restroom at a time, and it is sanitized in between each child using it. So everything is clean, everything is safe. Like I said, our staff does an incredible job making sure that in between time, between cohorts, that we are getting everything and all the high touch surfaces. A couple final notes. I kind of already touched on this. Unfortunately, we can't host any visitors at this time on campus. Obviously, we spent months preparing for this. Our special education students came back in October. Our TK through 2nd, November, our 3rd graders in December. And now it's finally here, March, our 4th and 5th graders are coming back. So we are so thrilled that our Lions can return to campus. If this brings up emotions, it may, obviously, a whole variety, right? We do have site counselors that are available. Miss Baldy is ours. She's here Monday and Thursdays, but we also have our Community 360 counseling staff. So please reach out to them if you have or need any supports. And with that, we cannot wait to see you all. We are so, so excited. Please do not hesitate to reach out, call the office, email me if you guys have any questions. We are here to support you. And I can't wait to see our 4th and 5th graders. Go Lions. Bye, guys.